Alright, everybody, welcome to the Midnight Racing League Super Speedway Series. Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth as always to bring the action for the Super Speedway Series. And tonight, it is playoff night. And for 12 drivers, their race for a championship starts now. But, however, there is some developing stories coming into tonight that has kind of changed the playoff field a little bit. First and foremost, Dylan Conley, no longer a part of the league, unfortunately. With that being said, it left a spot open. So based on points and how they went, Juan Cobbs Jr., if I'm not mistaken, is in the field. We'll worry about that in a minute when we get time to verify it. Right now, Joshua Ballard on the board. We're on the clock. New overlay tonight. Going to try to work it in some. My mistake. Oh, 27-3 to start the race off. We'll start qualifying more or less. Notice how he's running top side of the racetrack. Probably going to blow this lap so he can get a great run to really make lap 2 the dominant run. Sip my beer. Well, first lap of 4:30 for Joshua to get us kick started here. Corey Wright just rolling out onto the racetrack. He's going to blow this lap. Tyler Markle right now on track to post a faster lap than what the 07 of Joshua did for an opening lap. First lap, 53.882 for Tyler. Joshua Ballard right back on top of the board with an 8.67. That'll be it for his 2 qualifying laps. Right now, we'll look at Taylor Markle for a second. Just let him go and finish up his. Gordon Gladwell, 676 P3 and at the line. Tyler's lap not faster. Justin Miller car on track now. Of course, last time we were in the playoffs ended. Justin would finish second to Shane Har. Right now, trying to go up one more spot and earn a championship in the Super Speedway Series. And right now, Miller car's first lap, as a matter of fact, on track to be faster. Robbie Adams, top of the board, 865. Well, for Miller car right now, he's going to need something big. Drops to the apron at the line. Is enough for the pole. Survey says 53.772. Millicar, top of the board. Juan Cobbs Jr. Right now, Juan Cobbs, the last addition to this playoff field. Bear with me, folks. Getting everything set up here still. But Juan Cobbs Jr. is looking to start to really complete his first lap of the race tonight. With just under 4 minutes remaining, Juan Cobbs Jr., where's he standing in all this? Survey says at the line, 8:41, P4 for Chavez. Or not Chavez, but Cobbs. God damn, where am I mind that night? Mr. Rendon going to try to get his playoff started off with a bang. Oh, well, we got a minute here in the action. Talk to the man right now, fastest on the qualifying charts. Justin Millicar, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Going pretty good right now, top of the board with a 53.772. How you feeling about tonight? Do you feel like Daddy Ford can get the playoffs started right?
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. Obviously, if we can get a pole, that'll help out our odds here. I am worried about the darkness on the track. I don't know if it's going to get darker, but hopefully not. And, yeah, it should be a fun one today. You know, we got the next-gen car, which typically can be a little boring, but with the right group of guys, I think it can be really fun. So I'm looking forward to it, and I got some great teammates today. So, yeah.
Well, I'll ask you one more question before I let you head out. Of course, last season, so close to getting it, lost it out to Shane Harr by a few points. What have you learned? What have you took away from last playoff run with this series, and how can you apply that to this series, this season, and trying to end things on a good note, try to go up one more spot?
Yeah, I think it really started with the beginning of the race, so or the beginning of the season. Like, it was very much a points thing for getting all the playoff points. So I put myself in the best spot I can. Obviously, I just got knocked off the pole, which sucks. But I'm in the best spot that I can be, and now it's pretty much up to my skill and luck, you know.
Well, buddy, best of luck for you tonight. Hopefully, talk to you at the end of this thing, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So Justin Millicar just said it, got knocked off top row. Kenny Real, 7.70, fastest lap. With a minute 18 remaining, Kenny Real will be on pole for tonight, because I do not foresee anybody else getting back out to really try to attempt it. So, that being said, a short field tonight, 18 drivers on deck for tonight. Trevor Asmernoff's not here, so that will put a damper in his playoff run. Well, with that being said, let's see if we cannot get the man himself in here starting on pole tonight. Kenny Real, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, right now starting on pole for tonight with a bad fast Jack Shack 0, or really an 11. What's the plan tonight? And really, push comes to shove, can we see some teammate work in action?
Plan just pretty much keep track position and just try to stay up front. And I'm sure if you'll see probably me and Jared working together if he's around me. It's just from us racing together. And but yeah, I'm sure we're just gonna try to stay up front. I got a few good people around me, so I'm sure we'll all work together to keep our cars up here and stay clean till the end, hopefully.
Well, buddy, I want to ask, after the disappointment last week, what would it mean tonight to get the win here at Talladega to really kind of stick it to the playoff guys who are trying to get a win every point they can manage? What would it mean to get the job done here?
Oh, we're winning tonight. It's that's just gonna happen. We're in my favorite car, so that's well, we're gonna get it done tonight. So yeah, these playoff guys are gonna learn.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully, we'll be talking to you in the winner's circle.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Yes, sir. Well, to do it, it's got to go through a star-studded field of cars tonight. A little bit short on the attendance, but nonetheless, still some bad, fast cars. So right now to go through the field tonight. Man, I still ain't got stuff transferred over. I know I forgot something. Give me 1 second. Alright, take 2. Again. There we go, that's more like it. So Kenny Real on pole, Justin Milligar, Corey Wright, Jared Haynes, Mark Pearson, top 5, Mitchell Rare Dunn, Gordon Glidewell, Juan Carlos Jr., Frank Chavez, Robbie Adams rounds out top 10. Joshua Ballot, Skylar Harrell will round out the fast 12 for tonight. On down through the field a little bit more. Pelder Markell, Kevin Allen, Timothy Cook, Kevin Winker, Trevor Harmon rounds out the field because I don't think Colt Ward's running. No, he is not. So only 17 drivers on deck tonight. Well, if anything, ought to be a fast one, ought to be a quick one. We'll have to wait and see. All right. Well, tonight, for the playoff drivers, just try to make every point matter, be there at the end. Only got one fast repair to deal with. Really just wait and see how it all plays out. Alright, Kenny Real, Justin Millicar brings them down. 50 laps, round 1 of the playoffs. And we're rolling. Now back straightaway, Millicar out to Out with a car link gap right now. Wright's going to be pushing the Kenny Rio Millicar down to the bottom. Well, for Justin Millicar, if he can go in and lead a lap, that's one bonus point he ain't got to worry about for here on out. Outside lane trying to form up, still 2 by 2 for second on back to about 10th. And at the line, Justin Millicar will lead the first lap. There we go, that's what I wanted. Right now, Kenny Rill's going about it right back to the outside lane. Going to use the outside lane. The momentum it generates to his advantage. Drop right back down in front of Millicar. And meanwhile, Jared Haynes wants to lead. Oh, almost getting big time into the wall goes Haynes. Already. And Jared Haynes, the night's already done before it really gets started good. Slow on the track. You heard the engine let go. He might have to tow it back to the pits. No caution. There it is. Caution's out. Well, that happened. Let's go ahead and get a look at it. Back it up, back it up. Thing is really just going to be pushing with these cars in the corner. Now, let's see. Well, Mitchell's pushing him. Almost gets the lead right there, dancing across the back bumper. Just gets him sideways, and I mean, from there, it's along for the ride. Well, again for Jared Haynes. Started 4th, but the night's already done. Well, not necessarily head to toe, but the best thing is he's got a caution to work with. Right on board with him. See how this all materializes. Mitchell pushing. There's going to be one bad push too many, and see the impact. Bam. And motor immediately let go. Well, will not be how Jared Haynes wanted to start this race, but got time to get it fixed. Right now, field in this time. Go ahead and top off with field. Push the pit strategy back even further. Justin Millicar overshoots the pit box. Going to cost Millicar some time. And Kenny Rio already first car off the pit road. Robbie Adams told Mark Gill. I think one driver having trouble getting it going. Well, Robbie Adams told Markle stays out under this caution. So Kenny Rio, Corey Wright, Justin Millicar, and Skylar Harrell will be the top 5 off the pit road. We got a moment. Tank greasing, remember that. Tell him Markle, Gary Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. Copy, buddy.
Good, how are you?
Doing pretty good. Got to admit, bit of a strategy game to stay out, or are you just trying to run it to the end here and try to get some points?
No, I'm hoping for another yellow with how this league's been going. I'm also trying to get a lap lead because I think we get, the 5 bonus points for that?
Yeah,
So.
something along them lines. But we'll take me through tonight. Of course, made the playoffs, got this far. Really, what is the strategy going forward and trying to get these positions and try to get as many points as you can? What's the strategy going to be like for the next few weeks?
Well, with my points deficit, I think I'm 50 points behind the points leader going into this, even though points reset. So I'm trying to get a lap led every race and then go from there.
All right.
Hopefully, top 5 every race.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully, get the job done. We'll talk to you in the winner's circle or top 3, and best of luck to you from here on out.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too, bud. See, drivers already working the field strategy game, trying to save everything they can, get everything done. Well, like I said, under the first caution already tonight. And Jared Haynes is back out onto the racetrack, however, 1 lap down. 1 lap down, 1 fast repair already gone. So for the next 45 laps, Jared Haynes is going to have to walk a very thin line, determining when to push and when not to. But of course, I've seen several times where a driver loses a fast repair on lap 2 and wins the race anyway. So we'll wait and see how it plays out. Re-rack the top 10 as they run. Robbie Adams, Tyler Markle, first and second. Kenny Real, Corey Wright, Justin Millicar rounds out the top 5. Skylar Harrell, Mark Pearson, Gordon Glidewell, Kevin Allens, and Juan Cobb Jr. rounds out the field. Or rounds out the top 10, more or less. Alright, Adams and Markle back into the United Rentals restart zone. Let's try this again. Great start by Adams. Going to have Kenny Real form up right next to him. Pushing Millicar and Pearson looking out. Walco Jr. kind of gets pitched on the apron to keep it straight for the moment. There goes Real right back out with Kenny Real. And Justin Millicar. Well, right now, of course. So Kenny Real right back out front. Already called his shot earlier. Going to win it. Wants to win it. And, of course, after the disappointment of not making the playoffs last week, so win will feel good right now. Meanwhile, he's surrounded by 3 drivers. Oh, Corey Wright gets turned. God almighty. Mitchell Rendon's in it. God almighty. Jesus. Well, there's going to take out a lot of drivers. Joshua Ballett's in it. Timothy Cook, a playoff driver, is involved. So is Mitchell Rendon. Corey Wright saw him get turned. Jesus. Second caution of the night, just like that. Trevor Harmon, again, playoff driver. Damage damn. Yeah. Alright, well this one's going to be big. It's going to affect a lot of the playoff drivers' races from here on out. What in the hell happened? Well, I gotta tell you, I know it's going to start their recording, right? Or whether he got a turn or a bad push or what the deal was, but let's look at it here. Right there, getting had a run off of 4 is going to be satisfied with Pearson. Skylar's going to get right to his back bumper. Is going to come down the track a little bit. And Skylar just hooks him. Damn, massive shot by the 042. Taylor Markle. And from there it is on. I can count 5 playoff drivers just like that. But again, similar situation. Earlier, he just got off-centered. Well, the big thing with these cars you're right on board with, Corey Wright. Damn. That's a vicious hit. I don't care who you are. The big thing with these cars, once they're gone, you can't save them. The only way you can really save them, luck. That's pretty much it. Right on board with Trevor Harmon. See what he saw. Running way too far back. Well, good day, Jared ain't gonna be able to without fast repair. Here he is. Immediately get down the apron, get low, and unfortunately got a little bit of damage. Caught a meatball, and I don't see why. Tyler Markle's on board. Just said it. Try to get them bonus points. Lead a lap. Probably won't be the case right now. Bam. And then bam again. Mitchell Reardon is on board. This ain't gonna be fun. There's it, gonna put Jerry Haynes right through there. Haynes is gonna get lucky. Barely get through it. Unfortunately, Mitchell's gonna come right to a stop. A little bit of contact with the 09. Well, under a second caution already. Really just missed time. Corey was trying to go down. Thinking Scott was trying to go in and just made a little bit of contact. Get off center with these bumpers, it'll go in and hook you around in a heartbeat. Right now, for those of you just joined in, race recap so far, only one lead change, Robbie Adams. Here's your leader under our second caution of the night. After a multi-car crash involved several of the playoff drivers entering tonight. That is the race recap so far. Point that up a little bit more. I don't know why it's all like that, but 70 degrees out here in Talladega, partly cloudy skies, 11 mile an hour out of northwest, and a 20% humidity level. Well, what does that do for the track? 70 degrees, cool track. I'm surprised the outside lane's working as good as it is. Sun drives coming back in right, Winkers in, Harold, Markle. A lot of them drivers just trying to repair what damage they can so they ain't got to use a fast repair. Well, drivers already used their fast repair tonight. Trevor Harmon's already took his. Corey Wright and Tyler Markle as well. Along with Jared Haynes, who was involved in the first incident of the race, still one lap down with 40 to go. Of course, if you missed the Inspire Racing League Thunder Series, Shane Hardy, your winner from that tonight. With 84 of 147 laps en route. You can find that race on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. And tonight we're going to find out for the Midnight Racing League who's going to start their playoffs right, who's going to start their playoffs in a hole. Top 10 reset before we get started. Robbie Adams and Juan Cobbs Jr. First and second, Kenny Real, Justin Millicar. Third and fourth, Mark Pearson, Gordon Glidewell. Fifth and sixth, Kevin Allen, Mitchell Redun. Seventh and eighth, Frank Chavez and Trevor Harmon rounds out the top 10. Gonna get dark for lap 40. It might. Hope everybody's having a good night tonight. Alright, Robbie Adams, Juan Carlos Jr. brings them down to United Rails restart zone. Let's try this again. Restart finals yet again. Kenny Reel's going to fall right back in line. Millicar's going to make it a 4-car single file out. Juan Carlos Jr. not going on this restart. Falls back already. Back to 7th. So it's going to allow Real, Millicar, Pearson, all of them to jump up to the outside lane. Robbie Adams, no help on the bottom. Gordon Gladwell trying to make something happen. Kenny Real back out front. Top 4 breakaway for the most part. Robbie Adams going to fall line right with Mitchell behind him. Going to tack on to the back of this 4-car. Single filed out tree. Lap 12 in the books. 39 to go. There right there, everybody just hoping to try to get a green flag pit stop in. Right now, biggest movers of the race as they stand. Kevin Allen up 6 spots from where he started this race right now, the biggest mover of the race. Timothy Cook as well up 5. Kevin Winker up 4. So some drivers coming to the front. Robbie Adams up 5 from where he started as well. Right now you talk about saving the fuel and trying to make it a little ways. Fuel's already single filed out. So this will be the part of the race where we pretty much just sit and watch. Right now as it stands, Chevrolet top 2, followed by Mark Pearson, the highest running Ford of the race right now. Running in 3rd from there on down is Chevrolet all the way back to 9th with Juan Carlos Jr. the next Ford. Corey Wright, the highest running Toyota right now in the 10th spot. Right now, Adams going to jump out to the outside lane, thinking somebody might go with him, play right back in line. Right now, I think they're just trying to dictate the pace to where now, just run the race, save the fuel, do whatever you can. Right now, run aboard Robbie Adams. Running the 5th spot, and he gonna try it again. Well, I was gonna have help with Mitchell, Corey Wright, Kevin Allen. Top 10 breakaway, top 12 breakaway. Well, outside lane right now, not doing nobody no favors. Unless you have a lot of cars lined up on the outside lane, apparently more than 4. The field works down the back straightaway yet again, and now everybody kind of comes back together. Right now, as it stands, 13-car breakaway from the rest of the field. Timothy Cook, Kevin Winker, Trevor Harmon right now 5 seconds off and counting. Jared Haynes still 1 lap down. Right now, Kenny Reels led 8 laps so far tonight. He's at the top of the show. He's going to win this one. What a win it would be. And right now, leads the most laps as well. So right now, Kenny Reel taking away 10 bonus points for pretty much the other playoff drivers at this point. Oh. Still a couple more bonus points, of course. And Kenny Reel's got the pole, got the 5 bonus points for the pole, got the 5 bonus points for leading a lap. Right now, he's got the 5 bonus points for leading the most laps, so that pretty much just leaves the driver with the fastest lap the extra 5 bonus points, which right now belongs to Corey Wright. Caution's out. Tyler Markle's around, front straightaway. And under the 3rd caution for a night, Kevin Allen. Meatball damage to the 76 Logitech Chevrolet. So see, sparks are dragging on the bottom, so evidently either the tire's down. It's got some suspension damage. Tyler Markle, along with a meatball, and he's already had to use his 1 fast repair. So the night done for the first playoff driver. See, front end not even wanting to turn, but what in the world's happened? Rewind it here. Had a big run coming through the tri-oval. Ooh. Bam. Rewind that just for a moment. Slow motion to here. Look at it for a slow motion camera. Well, Tyler's got to run. Got a big run. Cos comes down and 76. So Kevin Allen comes down, hooks to 042, and massive shot into the safer barrier. But for Tyler Markle, needed a great run. Needed an awesome run tonight to even stay in contention. Came into the night 60 points out, or 50 points out, and already 1 fast repair done and gone. The night is done for a 042, and more than likely his championship hopes as well. Yep, and there it is, out. Well, 1 playoff driver already met. Just mentioned it on that last restart. Which ones had to dig themselves out of a hole early? Which ones will get the night start off right? Tyler Markle already was in a hole coming in. Now it's going to get worse. When Phil comes back down. Of course, the more caution you get, the more chances you can to push the fuel strategy back, and ultimately what they're trying to do is get enough fuel packed into the car to where a green flag pit stop's not a concern. Justin Millicar wins the race off pit road. Kenny Reel loses 3 spots on the exchange. Millicar, Winker, Pearson, Reel, and Glidewell to top 5. Here Justin already clutching in, trying to save it. Trying to save what fuel he can. All right, now. I feel getting ready to come to one go. See if we can get Kevin Winker in here. Kevin Winker, a long time no see. How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Not too bad either. Got to ask you, come into the night, out by 55 coming into the night. Really, is tonight more or less just trying to make it to the end of the race and get whatever points you can get out of tonight to try to help go towards a run for the championship?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's kind of my mindset. Every race is just kind of maximize the points I can get. As I said last week, these guys seem to wreck a lot for whatever reason. I mean, case in hand tonight, we've had like 4 cautions and 20 laps. So, yeah, just kind of riding around here. Kind of riding at the back. I was kind of hoping that I was gonna go green there because I would have been close on a 1-stop field mileage, but that went out the window. So now everybody can make it on one more stop here. So, I mean, we're not even halfway. So just still gonna ride around back and see what happens there. Long race still. Anything can happen, as you know here. So hopefully we can bargain a victory tonight.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you for here on out. Hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Winger came back in to top off. Re-racked the top 10 again. It's Justin Millicar, Mark Pearson, 1 and 2. Gordon Gladwell, Kenny Reel, 3rd and 4th. Corey Wright's already been an up and down night. 4 to 4. But back in it within the top 10. Mitchell Randone and Corey Wright, 5th and 6th. Skylar Harrell, Frank Chavez, 7th and 8th. Kevin Allen and Robbie Adams rounds out the top 10 on down. Joshua Ballett, Kevin Winker, Juan Cos Jr., Timothy Cook, Jared Hayes back on the lead lap. Trevor Harmon 1 lap down, and Tyler Markle out of the race. Well, with 30 to go, it'll be in the hands of Justin Millicar, who will get 5 bonus points for leading a lap. Go towards his chances of trying to extend his points lead coming into tonight. As the field enters the United Rentals restart zone. Let's try it one more time. Bat rolling. Millicar with a great jump, possibly too big of a jump. That's a hell of a jump. Gonna fall right down to the bottom lane. Pearson gonna get the run with him. Phil works his way down the back straight away. Pearson gonna give him a push. The best thing he can ask for right now. Top 5 on the bottom. Millicar, Pearson, Reel, Mitchell Randone, and I would believe that is Frank Chavez. Top 5 on the inside lane. Gordon Gladwell pulling that outside lane. Got Corey Wright, Skylar Harold, and Robbie Adams in tow with him. 30 to go. Millicar will lead at the line right now for just, I think, his plan. Try to hold on to that lead. Try to claim the 5 bonus points for leading the most laps. Go ahead and get 10 bonus points to add to his points. Of course, comes into tonight the points leader. So, live variable, you see Mitchell Redone drops up to the outside lane. Going to be side by side with Kenny Reel for the 3rd spot. Mitchell won them kind of in a hole himself, just start the playoffs. Any bonus points he can get tonight will be crucial. Mitchell walks into this like Tyler Markell, walking in 50 points out of the points lead tonight, so any finish he can get will be beneficial to him as long as he's at the front within the top 5. Well, really, drivers back below, give or take. really anybody about third on down needs a great run. I mean, Bryce Hinton not here tonight. Neither is Trevor Asbernoff, so that's going to help out some drivers at the bottom. But really, drivers are needing that 84. They're really needing 84 to 4. All to have a bad run tonight so they can gain whatever points they can to the lead and kind of bring themselves back into it. Because right now, if you're, hell, I'll say if you're 6th on down like Mark Pearson is, you need everything you can get. But specifically drivers around that 8th to 12th seated. I mean, Timothy Cook came in here tonight with 2020 along with Kevin Winker. Do the math real fast. That's actually 40. So a whole race worth of points out already for you. Even start right when the playoffs start. So right now, anybody 8th on down through 12th, which will be Timothy Cook, Kevin Winker, Tyler Markle, who's out of the race. Mitchell Redone and Kevin Allen. You know, you're needing a miracle to happen tonight to really even keep your championship shots afloat, really. With 27 to go right now. Field's kind of single file out yet again. We look from the crash chopper cam. Some great aerial shots. We'll go all the way back through the field with them. Look at Robbie Adams, Juan Cos Jr., Timothy Cook, all of them just hanging out for the most part. Jared Haynes back up tonight, slowly working his way back up to the front. They're being involved in the incident on lap 1. See action further back in the field. Drivers already trying to make something happen. We see Mitchell and Skyler both were at the front earlier in the race. Now just trying to get their way back up there. Well, for Mitchell, it's a little bit more desperation for that green 38 machine. Corey as well won them just riding for the most part. Right now, yet another race recap moment. Justin Millicar, our leader, has already had 3 cautions tonight for 8 laps. And only, believe it or not, only 2 lead changes so far. So, right now, everything's going right for the points leader, Justin Millicar. And that is the race recap with 24 laps to go. Right now for Justin's led 11 laps so far tonight. Why is that crucial? If he can get back around to make this official, he will have the 5 bonus points for leading the most laps. Well, anytime you can get bonus points, you know, it's well worth it. Just take the risk just for the bonus points. Because if something happens to Justin where he finishes down outside the top 10, hey, them bonus points will start to bleed. And a lot of times they'll come down to them few bonus points that he gets. So right now, everything's going great for Justin Millicar. Points leader, leading the race, got the most laps led, got them 5 bonus points, got the bonus points for leading the most laps. So right now, everything's going great if you're in the 84 camp. Speaking of the bonus point scenario, reiterate them yet again. Well, Kenny Real, 5 bonus points for getting the pole. So that'll go to Kenny Real. Most laps led belongs to Justin Millicar right now, unofficially. Along with the 5 bonus points for leading a lap. So 10 bonus points to Millicar early. And then the last 5 bonus points still belong to Corey Wright for the fastest lap of 48.470. Right now, Corey running in the 11th spot, making 10th. Kevin Winker jumped way out of line, went further back. Try to say what field we can. 22 to go. They've already done an 11-lap run, so right now, safe to say, another pit stop more than likely coming up. But right now, it is just a patience game. There is log laps till it's time to make that pit stop, because if there's a green flag pit stop, it's going to be extremely critical to every driver to get on and off pit road. And it's not as easy as it looks. Sure, you can get into your pit box, you cannot speed and all that, you still have a bad pit stop, because you got to it really comes down to where you got to know to got to be tucked right up against the person you're coming in with, or the pack, really, because you can be a car length, 2 car lengths off the field and lose the draft coming on and off pit road, and you do everything flawless. Pit stop flawless, don't speed, all of this, and you can still lose the draft. So pit road is going to be very critical unless there's another caution. I had to say something, didn't I? Robbie Adams involved in this along with Gordon Glidewell. Had to open my mouth, didn't I? Juan Combs Jr., massive damage to the 3 machine. Man. Well, you can look and see there if we can shorten this up. Right front's completely locked up on Juan Cobbs Jr.'s machine. And for the man who did not know he was going to be making the playoffs until tonight, I'm assuming. Massive damage and massive trouble already. What in the world has happened? Well, Mitchell's got to run. We'll give a shot to Juan. Bam, bam, bam. And it looks like the 3 comes down, collects the 382 of Robbie Adams. Let's back it up, go in slow motion. Slow-mo cam. Right there, 38's already on him. Dance across the number, but it looks like Juan just comes down. Going to hit Adams. Bam. Hard into the outside wall. Kevin Winker's barely going to make it through this, I think. He will. Barely. So the 30 to Mitchell. For Robbie Adams, not so lucky. Right on board with the 362. Is that best slight contact around she goes. Let's see, well, for Robbie, I don't think it got much damage done to it. Now, same can't be said for Juan Cobbs Jr. Massive shot. Let's run on board with him and really see what transpires. We're going to set this up off the turn 4 to really get the whole picture here. And I'm just wondering, is the 38 dancing around his bumper making him go down? Or if he's just trying to side draft. Well, there's a shot. Bam. It's hard to say, really. Regardless of the fact, no matter how you look at it, Day one just went and took his fast pair. Is going to play it safe and go ahead and stay out. right now, Kevin Winker stays out onto the racetrack to reclaim the lead. Kenny Real, Justin Millicar, Mark Pearson, and Juan Carlos Jr. in the top 5, but that's probably subject to change as looks like Cobb's starting to drop back already. Everybody else is going to come right back in yet again. Well, these drivers right here, they're preparing for the long haul. At some point, we're going to get a green flag run. And really, coming off talking about giving that extra lap of fuel, I swear it goes a long way. You see an HDR, MMS all the time. A lot of these drivers you probably recognize from HDR, MMS. Of course, Kenny Real with the Jack Shack. Justin Millicar from MMS as well. Several other ones. So right now, if you've been watching the channel for a long time, you've seen these money races covered and you've seen how the strategy works out. Especially surrounding pitting one extra time. But to re-rack the field, Joshua Ballot and Juan Carlos Jr. first and second. Timothy Cook, Mitchell Dunn, third and fourth. Jared Haynes, Corey Wright, fifth and sixth. Kenny Real, Justin Millicar, Mark Pearson, and Skylar Harrell will round out the top 10. Kevin Allens, Juan Carlos Jr., Robbie Adams, Gordon Gladwell, Kevin Winker, Trevor Harmon. That is 11th through 16th. Tyler Markell out of the race. And of course, Colton Ward's race control for tonight, so you can kind of just ignore the 18 at the bottom of the screen. 17 drivers took the green flag tonight. It has been a very intense opening round of the playoffs. Fourth caution of the night. And when the field takes the green, it will be 16 to go. Alright. Joshua and Chavez, Brennan's United Rails restart zone. Let's try it again. By God. Another incident on the outside lane not going. Chavez did not get going. It's going to allow at least 4 cars to get single filed out. Make it 5, possibly 6 with Mark Pearson, Justin Millicar, Corey Wright might add his name to the list. Outside lane completely deteriorated just like that. Right now, Kenny Real, Justin Millicar, Mark Pearson, Corey Wright. All on the outside lane trying to make something happen. Here comes Real to the outside. Kenny Real cleared down to the bottom. Kenny Real back out front. Going to come up and cover Justin Millicar. Well, Kenny knows what's on the line for Millicar tonight, but Kenny also knows, hey, I want to win. I want to really want to show why I deserve to be in the playoffs. Unfortunately, Kenny Real did not make it after last week. Has several races that should have been his to win, but fate did not fall to the 11 this season. See Kevin Winker being the first one, making 3 wide down the back straightaway. It's about mid-pack around 13th, 14th, and 15th. As right now, bottom lane single filed out. Top 4 yet again make it 5. $15 go, 14 at the line, and of course, if Kenny Reel can lead only a handful of laps, it will take away that bonus point. Then 5 bonus points for Justin Millicar, I should say. We're leading the most laps right now at 12. Millicar has led 15 so far tonight. You see the field dancing around back there, trying to make something happen. Drivers going to start getting desperate. They've been driving like they've been desperate since the start of this race, but now the intensity is going to start to pick up even more. Right now, 13 to go, and everybody else starting to single file themselves out. Oh, we got trouble in the back. Corey Wright's gone around. The driver came in second in the points tonight. Has gone around, no caution, we stay green. And he'll tow it back to the pits. The night for Corey Wright, who came in 10 points off of Justin Millicar, is done. Look at it one time before they wreck again. Oh, Adams and Gladwell came together, and Corey Wright then sent Bystander hard into the inside wall. And Corey Wright out of the race already and done for the night. Good. That's going to shake up the points. Might even help Millicar a lot. Well, right now, Kenny Reel, Justin Millicar, Mark Pearson, Joshua Ballett, and Timothy Cook, the top 5 with 12 to go. Jared Haynes, Juan Collins Jr., Gordon Gladwell, Robbie Adams, Trevor Hartman, top 10. Single filed out. 11 to go. We'll stay like that for long. Well, field starting to get dicey back there in the back of the pack. Well, right now, biggest movers of the race since the start of it. Timothy Cook up 10 spots, Trevor Hartman up 9 for where he started this race, and that's really about it. Oh, Joshua Ballard up 7. So they are your biggest movers of the race. Biggest droppers of the race, of course, Corey Wright. Out of the race now officially, drops 13 spots, and that will be at least 13 points that he's going to give up tonight. But value effort for Corey. I look forward to seeing him next week. Right now, everything's going right for Kenny Reel, but 9 to go, and everybody knows you watch a race, it is never over to the checker flag. waves. But Kenny Real has took away the bonus points for Justin Millicar, so now it's about 2 points, working on 3. So right now, at some point, Millicar is going to be getting desperate. He knows that these 10 bonus points could be crucial, but then again, he might just sit here and try to help Kenny. Let him get the win. But you never know. This is racing after all. Well, Jared Haynes jumps up to the outside lane in that Miller Lite. Blue Deuce number 2. I got a problem with some Miller Lite. I don't mind drinking Miller Lite every once in a while. Right now, field's starting to spread out back behind him, going 3 wide. Kevin Allen stuck on the outside. Nobody goes winning. Juan Carlos Jr. blends back to the bottom. One car out of line. They're wrecking in the back. Kevin Allen, Skylar Harold, and the caution is out. What I just saying ain't never over till it's over. For Kevin Allen, already a meatball, already a fast repair used. So the night will be done for a driver who walked into the playoffs tonight, seated 12th in the points, and 55 points out. And it will not be the night that he wanted. And with that being said, I believe Kevin Allen's championship hopes have already came to an end before it even got started. Well, he'll join Corey Wright more than likely. Massive damage. I'll be surprised if that car can even continue. What has happened to put us under the 5th caution of the race tonight? Excuse me. But it really got shuffled 3 wide. I can't tell. Oh, there's contact between God almighty. Wicked shot. Terrible shot even. Let's look at this one more time. So there's a stack of effect. Chavez gets it to Skyler, and from there, I mean, that is a bad shot. A huge shot, really. I'm on board with Kevin Allen through this, because this hurts me even watching. This is can't imagine this in real life. He ain't even gonna know it's coming either. Those ice 3 wide, and then from there, right in his lap, bam. No, not even time to react. I got one view of it. Let's run on board now with Skylar Harold through this. Well, there's a check out here and left, and then Chavez just gets to the back of him, sends him on around. Run on board with Frank and run on board with Frank Chavez through this. Well, he tried to lift and get out of it. He heard him get off the throttle. Unfortunately, just ran out of time. That'll put us under the 5th caution of the night. Well, the final race recap of the night. Kenny Real, here's your leader. 5th caution of the night for 13 laps and 3 lead changes. That's pretty much the name of the game's been. Just ride it out single file for the majority of the night. Try to save the fuel. Be there at the end. But for some drivers, if you look at the 3 drivers who are out of the race, Kevin Allen, Corey Wright, Tyler Markle, them are 3 playoff drivers who are already done For two of them, that being Allen and Markle, it will more than likely mark an end to their playoff run before it even gets started. Well, so far tonight has been a intensity's been off the chain right from the start. But for Kenny Real, led 20 laps of 50 so far, looking to get the job done. Justin Millicar's led 15 right behind him. Really, this will be the point of the race where whatever happens, Kenny Real looks like he will select the outside lane. But we're at the top 10 for what potentially could be the final restart of the race. Kenny Real, Justin Millicar 1 and 2. Mark Pearson, Joshua Ballett 3rd and 4th. Timothy Cook, Jared Haynes 5th and 6th. Juan Carlos Jr., Kevin Winker 7th and 8th. Gordon Gladwell, Robbie Adams 9th and 10th. Alright. The outside lane all night has not had a great restart. Will it be different for Kenny Real? Will Justin Millicar come up, lead the final 4 laps, and try to claim the bonus points and the win? Stay tuned and find out. 4 laps to go when they hit the start-finish line. We're rolling. Real with about the best restart anybody's going to the outside lane. Immediately going to drop down to the bottom. Beautiful. That's all that was. That was a beautiful restart. That's all Kenny needed to do. Caught his shot earlier. And he was going to win this race. Question is, can he hold on for 3 more laps? 3.5 more laps even. Too wide. We're about 4th on back. The thing about it is how desperate a guy's getting in the back. And I think of playoff try. I think of Mitchell back there. I think of Trevor Harmon. Drivers right now needing good finishes to keep, just to stay alive, really. 3 to go at the line when they get to it. Right now, top 5 single file out, make it 6 with Kevin Winker now. Top 6 single file out, somebody can make a move and try to put that outside lane down the back straightaway yet again. Walkoff Jr., Robbie Adams trying to make that 3rd lane work. Going to completely disintegrate in the middle lane. Outside lane has really been struggling all race to really formulate a run, really to do anything. 2 to go. When they get back to start-finish line off of turn 4, it is Real, Millicar, Pearson, Haynes, and Cook the top 5. Frank Chavez, Tim and Schuyler trying to make something happen on that outside lane yet again. 2 to go. It's Kenny Real's race to lose. Right now, outside lane just not doing nothing. Nobody wants to go up there yet. But you see Pearson and Millicar starting to dice around. Well, they're not gonna. Well, they're not gonna. But there's the first move. Jared Haynes to the outside. Nobody goes with him. Taking him into the trial this time. This race is in its final laps. Kenny Real has to hang on for one more lap. What will Millicar do? Well, top five, all playoff drivers as they stand down the back straightaway for the final time. Justin peeks to the outside, stays alive for the moment. Well, somebody's going to try something. I refuse to think they're going to stay single file. Oh, contact the back, hard into the wall. One car hard into the wall, back behind the field. Believe that was Joshua Ballett. Here they come through the trial for the final time. Millicar to the outside. Harmon trying to pull. Kenny Real up to the, trying to block at the line. I can't call it. 2,000ths of a second is what we're seeing on the screen. Kenny Real, we're going to go to iRacing for the official review of it. It's right here somewhere. 7,000, so 7,000ths of a second. One screen's calling it 2. Well, right now, either way, Kenny Real's the winner tonight. Millicar second. Timothy Cook, Mark Pearson, Kevin Winker, the top 5. Top 5 are all playoff drivers. Well, okay, missaid that. 2nd through 5th are playoff drivers. Kenny Real called his shot. And he is the winner tonight. Already going to destroy the wall in the process. Well, Kenny Real, this one probably feels better than any other one. Chevrolet top 3, Mark Pearson the Haas running forward. Will come on 4th, Kevin Winker top 5. We're going to let him enjoy this one in a minute. Kenny Real, you called your shot, buddy. How's this feel compared to any other win?
Oh, it feels good, especially in my favorite car. And I pretty much told him I'm either going to kill us all at the line or we're going to finish in a close finish, and that's what happened. Luckily, I got a push there at the end that got me back in front of Justin, or else he was going to win it.
Well, buddy, take me through the night. Pretty straightforward. Never really left the top 5 most of the night. Were you kind of surprised at the outside lane? Really, were you as surprised as everybody else watching, myself included, that you could get the jump on the outside lane like you did? Because the majority of the night, anybody that restarted that outside lane fell all the way back to outside top 10. That kind of surprised you a little bit?
Yes and no. You got to really have a good group of cars and know what they're doing on the outside for it to really work anymore, especially with the new draft model. You got to basically wait till the bottom gets hot, then go up to the top and really push about 3-4 cars deep and just keep moving it like that. It can work, like if you have people that are on the same page. If not, you're going to see what happened tonight on the bottom line. Just going to be pretty dominant. And yeah, we kept it clean like I wanted to the whole race, stayed where I wanted to the whole race, and it was a pretty good finish there at the end with me, Justin, and Mark, and Timothy, and all them at the end.
Well, buddy, I got to ask you, I got two more questions for you tonight. Obviously, you know which one, you know what one of them is, but I'm going but just at the top of the show, first of all, were you surprised with as many cautions as we had, and really did that kind of play into your favor for the pit strategy wise? I know that's two questions out of three, but really, did all these cautions tonight play into your favor tonight?
I mean, yes and no. I mean, it kept the field stacked up. I mean, literally, when that last caution came, like two cautions ago, like on lap 31, the caution came out. When that caution came out, we were gonna pit lap 35, coming to 36. So we were just laps away from pitting. I wanted to short pit people, and because I know this field really hasn't had a green flag stop, at least the races I've been in. So I know the field would have got spread out probably a lot. And if we would have got those green flag stops, it'd probably just been four of us there at the end, whoever, made the pit stops. And I was kind of hoping that would happen. It didn't, so it had me worry a little bit because I knew what the move was going to be made off for. And I think Justin kind of got in his own head a little bit about it. He backed up too much. I seen him back up in three, and I back up to him, and then he backed up again off four, which basically gave me time to go up and kind of block him, kind of give him a little door. And then from there, it was just a drag race. So luckily, it played in our favor. It sucks not being in the playoffs because this win tonight would put me farther in the playoffs, but it is what it is.
Well, buddy, the last question I got for you before I let you head out. Is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours, buddy.
Yeah, just shout out to all my teammates over at Jack Shack. Shout out to Justin and all the admins that put these races on. Shout out to Justin and them for working with me during the race. You for putting on the broadcast as always, and appreciate everybody watching.
All right, buddy. For Kenny Real tonight, not a playoff win, but it'll be his first win of the season, and it'll be the second time that Jack Shack goes to victory lane in a row on the Raging Idiot Racing Network. Gives that something to brag to you about with Chase Pastrana.
Yeah, I'll be talking to him soon.
All right, buddy. Hell of a job tonight.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Well, that being said, there went the motor. Justin Millicar, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Going pretty good. Well, really, pretty much seemed like a toss-up between you and Kenny Real on who would decide this win. Was there anything you felt like you could have done different throughout the night, and how was your assessment of the night for the 84 team?
Yeah, it was, I don't know if I could have done anything different. Honestly, he got a lucky push there at the end or not a push. He blocked Timothy, and it was a clean block. But he got a big push ahead. I didn't even think that he got that push. I thought I won, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, it kind of happened about how I thought it would. I knew we were going, all going to go for the win there. So Mark started laying back. I started laying back. Kenny realized it obviously pretty quickly. Timothy, though, he almost won that race with that move. I'm not going to lie, it caught me off guard. But yeah, I don't think anything in particular that I could have done other than maybe gone down the side draft more. But that's all, hindsight 2020. I didn't know he was going to get that push by Tim there.
Well, buddy, take me through the night. How do you feel like? Because, of course, you'll walk out of here with 5 bonus points, but for a second there, it looked like you could very well potentially walk out with 10. How critical are the bonus points going to be for the 84 team going forward? Your points lead should extend with Corey Wright's issues and several other playoff drivers' issues, but how critical are the bonus points going to be going forward?
Oh, they're absolutely critical. I mean, I'm looking at it right now, and Kenny got extra 15 points ahead of me just from, the pole, leading a lap, leading the most laps, and the win. I mean, he swept everything but fastest lap, so he got 55 to my 40. Luckily, he's not in the playoffs, but that right there goes ahead and shows you, I would lose. These bonus points are make or break for some people, even more than the positions. So, they're a big deal for sure. I think I wanted to get the most laps led. Unfortunately, didn't work out that way, and I had to worry about where I was going to finish over, leading the most laps and stuff. And I was kind of really close to not making it on field there. So I was able to save a little bit behind Kenny, and yeah, that I'm not going to be mad about P2. Obviously, would have won a one, but it is what it is.
All right, buddy. Last question before I let you head out. Anybody want to thank Night friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, shout out to Eternal Racing, of course, and you and Colton for always sticking around. You broadcasting, Colton race controlling. Without you guys, this is impossible to run. So, yeah. Other than that, shout out to Mark, Kenny. We were kind of indirectly there together at the end, and I love working with everyone in there. And yeah, shout out to the drivers and the people that watch. And that's pretty much it.
All right, buddy. For Justin Millicar, it'll be a second place finish tonight, and we'll extend the points gap following tonight. And last question for you: is Trevor Asbernoth waiting for an interview too?
He is not. I think he's just here. He unfortunately had to work today, so he wasn't able to make it. So that's putting him in a hole. But I don't know. We've seen Trav do some crazy things, so he's still on my radar.
He ain't lying. All right, buddy. Well, hell of a job tonight. Justin Millicar walks out here tonight, finishes second. Appreciate the time, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. With that being said, yeah, driver kind of had an up and down night, but at the end of it, we'll come out of here with a third place run. Timothy Cook, you got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, take me through your night. It was an up and down night for the 09, involved in a couple cautions. Ultimately able to come out of here, completing a Chevrolet 1-2-3. How is your assessment of the night?
Yeah, it was a pretty up and down night, like you said. Towards the start, I got involved in a wreck, that pretty bad damage. Had to use my fast repair, so after that, I was just trying to conserve and be careful. But yeah, it was stayed in around 9th for most of the race, and then some guys pitted late that brought me up.
Well, buddy, take me through pretty much just take me through the night, because one, were you surprised the intensity being up like it was, and really the amount of cautions, and really how were you just able to keep your head in the game? Because if I'm not mistaken, you were one of several drivers who had to use a fast repair tonight. So really, how was you able to, with the intensity off the scale like it was, how hard was it just to stay in the game and try to stay in the fight here?
Oh yeah, it was definitely real hard. Yeah, it's a thin line between pushing hard, and pushing too hard. But it's definitely pretty hard to manage the racing here. I had to be aggressive at times, be conservative at times, really just try to make smart moves, not be involved in any of the cautions. But yeah, there was definitely a lot of cautions here tonight. There was a lot of people wrecking towards the back. Luckily, I was only involved in one of them. So not too bad. Pretty good night overall for the 09. I believe it's my best finish in the league.
It's the first time I've interviewed you all season, so I'm going to safe assumption to say that it is. But last two questions I got for you before I let you head out tonight. Third place finish, but kind of deep in the playoffs. How would this momentum build you in trying to close that points gap to Justin Millicar and seeing what the 09 can do? And ultimately, the last question I got for you: is there anybody want to thank Night friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Well, the first part, yeah, this race definitely helped me, propel me to playoffs, give me some momentum. The last 4 or 5 races, so I've got some bad finishes, so this definitely helps give me a better spirit and better morale for the next 3 playoff races. But yeah, that should get me pretty high up in the playoffs after that.
I ought to jump you up to at least 4th. I would think now.
That's what I would think, because there was a few guys that wasn't here as well. But yeah, then for the second part, yeah, I'd like to thank Justin, Gordon, and all the admins that do other work for this league. I mean, they really what keeps the league on its feet, and it wouldn't be here without them. So yeah, thank them and all the sponsors, PGR, VRX, and you of course too for doing this. I think that's everybody.
All right, buddy. For Talladega tonight, Timothy Cook, in a position where he needed as many points as he could get, ought to jump up to somewhere within the top 5 in points, if not the top 3. With that being said, hell of a job tonight, buddy. Appreciate your time. Look forward to talking to you in the next one.
I think it's it.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one.
You too, bud. Last but not least, top 4 out of this equation. Mark Pearson, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I do. I got a copy. What's going on?
Huh? Not a whole lot. Pretty much straightforward races ever for the 77. Stayed up in the top 5 the majority of the night. Able to bring it home fourth. How was your assessment of things tonight? And was there anything you felt like you maybe could have done different to try to get the win here?
Well, the race went pretty well. We had, 4 or 5 yellows. So once we settled in, we ended up getting some good runs out of that. So pretty happy with how the race went. I just tried to stay up front and stay out of the trouble the best I could. On the last lap, what could I have done differently? I guess I could have maybe left a little earlier and tried going with Tim. I wasn't expecting him to go as early as he did, so I mistimed that a little bit, and by the time I got a hold of it and straightened it out, I was just in a hornet's nest. The best I could have did was push Kenny or Justin across. I was kind of stuck.
Well, buddy, I got to ask you, intensity off the chart was really the best place tonight. I know, well, I won't go out on a limb and say that because the very first caution happened with the guy going for the lead, but really, was there a safe part to really try to run tonight, or was it pretty much it's just nowhere is nowhere is really safe when it comes to this type of racing as a whole, but tonight seemed like, top 3, top 5 were pretty much safe for the most part. And with that being said, were you surprised that the outside lane really weren't able to generate enough momentum or really to be a factor tonight? Everybody just kind of stuck to that bottom.
Yeah, I was surprised. I expected at least a handful of them to jump up there and try and get that outside lane going. And I was surprised how quick after the restarts it got back to single file. This car it's tough to side draft with. You need a small city of people lined up on the outside to get it going. So I am kind of surprised that it didn't get going, but kind of not surprised with this package,
Well, buddy, last 2 questions I got going forward here for the 77. Walking into the night, 6 in the points, only out by I believe 25 or 30ish. How does this 4th place run build momentum to try to have a shot at the championship? And is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, the 4th place. So I mean, obviously we're trying to win, not ideal, but we're still happy with P4. Should give us some good momentum going into next week. So I'm still pretty excited about that. For shout outs, I was kind of working with Justin and Kenny this race, so shout out to them. Shout out to you for doing our broadcast. Justin for putting the races on, and all the drivers for showing up. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right, buddy. For Mark Pearson tonight, a 4th place run will be a much needed run to try to put himself in position next week to try to be within striking range of Justin Miller car for the Super Speedway Championship. Mark, hell of a job tonight. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, that being said, I'm going to go through the field, going to go through the results tonight. And after 50 laps, Kenny Real is your winner by 7/1000 of a second. Just been made official. Timothy Cook, Mark Pearson, Kevin Winker, top 5. Trevor Harmon, Mitchell Ware Dunn, Gordon Gladwell, Robbie Adams, Skylar Harold, the top 10. Jared Haynes, after an up and down night for the 256, who will have to settle for an 11th place run. Juan Carlos Jr., Frank Chavez, Joshua Ballet will round out the top 14. Kevin Allen, Corey Wright, and Tyler Markle will round out the field for tonight. And them three drivers in the playoff for Corey Wright will be ultimately the big loser out of this. Came into the night second. This will ultimately hurt the four. But in Corey Wright fashion, we've seen Corey come back before in clutch moments and get the job done. So only going to make next week a whole lot more interesting with the shake-up in the field, the shake-up in drivers in that top 5 range, all trying to get points to catch up to Justin Millicar. But at the end of the night, Kenny Real going to lead 26 laps out of the 50 and will finally get that first win of the season. Congratulations to him. And I will see everybody tomorrow night for MMS. Appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see everybody tomorrow night. Take it easy.